Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the process of elongation. Into the last lecture we have already discussed about initiation and also the initial part of elongation. Elongation, it is an enlargement of polypeptide chain. The one by one amino acids, they will be add on the growing polypeptide chain or growing linear chain of amino acids. The specific addition of the specific amino acids on this growing polypeptide chain, it is known as a process of elongation. So into this elongation there are also the three sites, A site, P site and E site. Only change is that in case of the initiation, the specific factors are like initiation factor 1, 2 and 3 respectively, but in case of the elongation there are two important elongation factor, that is the EFTU and EFTS. Also it is one of the cyclic process. The EFTU they get converts into the EFTS, they can form the EFTU EFTS complex, and also the loaded or amino acyl tRNA, they will be bind to the EFTU, and this EFTU they will be move or they will be transfer the specific amino acids to the A side, A to P and P to E side, and also the same process they will be carried on into the each and every amino acid. But the specific types of the process, it is classified into the three types or three steps, that is amino acyl tRNA delivery, peptidal transferase reaction and translocation. Into that first one, the amino acyl tRNA delivery, the APMET tRNA unable to enter into the 70S initiation complex because of absence of initiation factor 2. The specific FMET, it is an initiator tRNA, and our initiator amino acid, it is transferred by the initiation factor 2. Then after the formation of 70S initiation complex, this 70S initiation complex will be formed when the 50S ribosomal subunit bind to the 30S initiation complex, and they will form the 70S initiation complex. When the 70S initiation complex will be formed, the initiation factor 2 unable to bind to the 70S complex. So because of this, the APMET tRNA unable to bind to the 70 or enter into the 70S initiation complex. The upcoming charged tRNA are delivered at the A site and moved to the P site, and these upcoming tRNAs are carried by the specific factor, that is the EFTU GTP. EFTU, it is a elongation factor temperature unstable. It is a specific factor responsible for the transfer of amino acids or amino acyl tRNA towards the A site of ribosomes. Then the next step, that is a peptidal transferase into that amino acyl tRNA delivery. The first like this, into the next one. Also in between the transfer there is a translational proofreading. Proofreading, it is a specific types of the process in which it is also happens in case of the replication, transcription and translation also. The proofreading, the correct matching of codon anticodon is must for the synthesis of perfect amino acids. So because of this, the specific translational proofreading is must for the process in the process of elongation. For the proofreading purpose, there it is a specific decoding center, and decoding center, it is present at A site or acceptor site of the ribosomal subunit. This A site is consists the decoding center, and this decoding center consists two adenine residues. They can form the hydrogen bonds with first two nucleotide bases of tRNA or amino acyl tRNA or loaded tRNA. The decoding center, which is present at the A site, and this A site, this decoding center that consists of two molecules of adenine, and these adenine residues, they can form the hydrogen bonds with the loaded tRNA. They can form the first two nucleotide bases of the loaded tRNA. EFTU bind to the factor binding site only when correct hydrogen bonding between the codon and anticodons. If the no any specific binding or bonding in between the codon and anticodons at that time, and up to this point, the EFTU can't bind to the specific factor binding site of the elongation factor TU. Elongation factor TU, it is a specific factor. They will be bind to the factor binding site which is present on the ribosomal assembly. It is bind to factor binding site only when the hydrogen bonding present, correct hydrogen bonding between the codons and anticodons. And if the incorrect hydrogen bonding with the tRNA flip from the codon region, this type of tRNA removed from the complex. If during the transfer from the during the movement from the A site to P site, at that time if the tRNA will be flipped, tRNA it is flipped only when incorrect hydrogen bondings are takes place. If the correct hydrogen bondings are there, it is no the specific tRNA will be flipped from the codon region. It is flipped only when the specific tRNA they have the incorrect hydrogen bonds, and if the incorrect hydrogen bonds are there, the tRNA unable to move forward from the A site to P site, and by this way the translational proofreading is takes place. It is about the amino acid tRNA delivery to the A to P site, or from the cytosol to the site of protein synthesis. The next step, that is a peptidal transferase reaction. The peptidal transferase reaction, it is happens at P site of ribosomes, P site of ribosomes. It is one of the condensation reaction. The specific COOH or carboxylic acid at the C terminal of the one amino acid and amino terminal, that is the NH3 plus, they can form the specific reaction at the P site. They will be released out the H2O, that is the liberation of water molecule, that is a condensation reaction. They can form the CONH bond, and this CONH bond, it is a peptide bond, and the specific enzyme responsible for the synthesis of peptide bond, that is peptidal transferase reaction. And this peptidal transferase reaction, and this peptidal transferase enzyme responsible for the synthesis of peptide bond on the P site of ribosomes. It is about the peptidal transferase reaction. Then the last step, it is a translocation. Translocation, the EFG-GTP and GFG-GDP, that is the specific EFG, that is the elongation factor G plus GTP, guanine activating factor, they will be converts it into the GDP. So GTP get converts into the GDP. After this reaction, the tRNA move from the A site to P site with the mRNA, and before that there is an also transcriptional proofreading, and after this all of this process, the translocation is occurs when the EFG GTP they get converts into the EFG GDP with the action of GAP, that is a guanine activating factor, and after this reaction the tRNA move from the A site to P site with the specific mRNA of that amino acyl tRNA, and the continuous the process. The first one, the EF2U into this reaction, EF2U GTP to EF2U GDP, EF2U GDP to EFTS, EFTS plus EF2U complex will be formed, and then also the EF2U GTP they will be bind to the specific amino acyl tRNA or specific amino acids, and they will be migrated or moved towards the A site, A to P site, and at the P site they can form the peptide bond or with the help of peptidal transferase enzyme, and after that the loaded amino acyl tRNA they will become unloaded, and they will be attached the specific amino acid to the linear chain of amino acid, and they will be moved from the towards the E site, and E2 remains in a cytosol to remain EF2U GDP, EF2U to EFTS, EFTS to EF2U complex, and then EF2U GTP, and also the remains they transfer the specific amino acids from the cytosol to the specific amino acyl tRNA from the cytosol to site of protein synthesis. This specific process is continuous up to the up to the initiation up to the termination codon. Until the termination codon is can't come in contact with the ribosomal assembly, the process will be carried out up to this point where the specific termination codon or nonsense codons are there. When the specific terminations codons are they will be get to the ribosomal assembly, then and then only the termination will be occurs. It is about the elongation process. The next one, that is the termination, we will be discussing to the next lecture. Thank you.